When Venus in one person's chart forms a conjunction with Mars in another person's chart in the sign of Cancer, it creates intense connection. This synastry aspect blends the energies of love, affection, values, Venus, with desire, action, and assertiveness, Mars, within the emotionally sensitive and nurturing domain of Cancer. Here's an analysis of how this aspect can manifest in the behavior of both partners. Magnetic attraction and chemistry. This is one of the strongest indicators of intense sexual and romantic attraction. The Venus person is drawn to the Mars person's drive and assertiveness, while the Mars person is stimulated and energized by the Venus person's charm and desirability. Passion and desire. There's often a palpable passion and desire between the two individuals. This can lead to a strong physical connection and a dynamic expression of affection. Complementary energies. Venus represents the feminine principle, attraction, receptivity, and Mars the masculine principle, action, assertion. In conjunction, these energies blend, creating a feeling of wholeness and a natural flow between giving and receiving in the relationship. Potential for intensity and conflict. While highly attractive, the intensity can also lead to all-or-nothing dynamics. If not managed with communication and understanding, the strong desires and emotional reactions can sometimes escalate into arguments or possessiveness. Specific impact of the Cancer sign. When this conjunction occurs in Cancer, the emotional and nurturing qualities of the sign heavily influence the expression of Venus and Mars. Behavior of the Venus person, with Venus in Cancer. Emotional expressiveness. The Venus person will likely express their love and affection in a deeply emotional and nurturing way. They crave emotional security and will seek to create a safe, comfortable, and home-like environment with their partner. Desire for security and commitment. Their Venus in Cancer makes them desire a stable and committed relationship. They are looking for a deep emotional bond and a sense of belonging with the Mars person. Protectiveness and nurturing. They will tend to be very protective and nurturing towards their Mars partner, often showing their love through acts of care, cooking, or creating a comfortable home. Sensitivity and moodiness. They can be highly sensitive to the Mars person's actions and moods. If they feel unappreciated or emotionally insecure, they may withdraw into their shell or become moody. Passive aggression. Potential. If their emotional needs aren't met, or they feel threatened, they might express their assertiveness, through Mars, in a passive-aggressive manner rather than direct confrontation, due to Cancer's tendency to avoid direct conflict. Behavior of the Mars person, with Mars in Cancer. Actions driven by emotion. The Mars person's actions and desires will be heavily influenced by their emotions and a need for security. They may be fiercely protective of the Venus person and their shared home. Defensive and reactive. Potential Mars in Cancer can be quite defensive and reactive when feeling threatened, especially on an emotional level. They might lash out if they perceive a slight or feel their loved ones are in danger. Strong emotional drive and intimacy. Their sexual energy and drive will be deeply connected to emotional intimacy and security. They desire a tender and nurturing physical connection. Home and family-oriented drive. Their assertiveness and drive will often be directed towards creating a stable home life and possibly building a family with the Venus person. Clinginess or possessiveness. Potential. Due to Cancer's need for security, the Mars person might exhibit possessive or clingy behaviors if they feel insecure in the relationship or fear losing the Venus person. Indirect assertiveness. While Mars is about direct action, Mars in Cancer can sometimes manifest its assertiveness indirectly, through emotional manipulation or by moping to get their way, especially if they haven't learned healthier ways to express their anger or desires. Combined behavioral tendencies. Deep emotional connection. Both partners will prioritize emotional connection and security in the relationship. They will likely be very attuned to each other's feelings, for better or worse. Domestic focus. The relationship will likely center around home, family, and creating a safe and comfortable haven together. They may enjoy nesting, cooking, and spending intimate time at home. Protective instincts. Both will feel a strong urge to protect each other and their shared emotional space. This can lead to fierce loyalty but also potential isolation if they become too insular. Emotional volatility, if unmanaged. The strong emotional sensitivity of Cancer can amplify both positive and negative feelings. Arguments, while perhaps infrequent, can be deeply felt and involve hurt feelings. Learning to communicate openly about emotional needs without resorting to passive aggression or defensiveness will be key. Nurturing and support, they are likely to be highly supportive and nurturing of each other's well-being and emotional needs. Difficulty with conflict, both Cancer placements can make it challenging to deal with direct conflict. One partner might withdraw, Venus, while the other might become defensive, Mars. Learning healthy conflict resolution skills is crucial. In essence, a Venus conjunct Mars in Cancer synastry aspect often indicates a relationship with a strong emotional foundation, intense attraction, and a shared desire for a secure, nurturing, and home-centric partnership. The challenge lies in navigating the emotional depth and potential for moodiness or possessiveness that can arise from Cancer's influence on these already powerful planets. Open and honest communication about feelings, along with a conscious effort to balance emotional needs with individual autonomy, will contribute to a lasting and fulfilling bond.